Is it possible to make people rage quit when playing Mono Blue in Timeless? We're gonna find out. That's right, welcome to the Attic Mana Dad here. This is the channel where we play what is good in Magic, mostly on MTG Arena. Today, Mono Blue, nope, stop, no, not going to play your spells, not going to do what you want to do. It's all the greatest hits of keeping people in the meta from doing what they want to do. Let's take a look here. Got some fun and spicy cards. One of Pact of Negation, that's just, you know, for when they think we're all tapped out. We can do that later in the game. Trying out this weird card, Agent of Raffine. It's a 1/2, so it does stop at least the first Bowmaster. And it's 2 and tap, so if your opponent is trying to play around the counterspells, you can tap it. You can start playing their own cards against them, which people absolutely hate for some reason. I don't know why not. 3 spell pierces, 3 stern scoldings. Stern scolding, of course, stops Bowmaster, stops Ragavan, stops Deathrite Shaman, stops DRC, Dragon's Rage Channeler, 4 stifles. Best thing we can do, and hopefully you'll get to see it in the video, is opponent plays the, we play our island turn 1, pass to opponent. Opponent plays their fetch land, cracks it, we stifle it, and then they just scoop because we countered their land. That's always fun. Soul Guide Lantern. I've seen people playing this just as a main deck card in Timeless. Being able to hit those breach decks, just take out the graveyard, or just cycle it to draw a card for 2 mana. 1 to play it, 1 tap, sacrifice it. So we're running that main deck. We are going to have a card board. We'll get to that in just a sec. Continuing to go through the deck. Deck list will be in the description, of course. And Censor, I'm down to 2 of these now in the deck list currently. Cyclonic Rift, one of, fun of, but you can run this in Timeless, and being able to end step 7 mana, bounce to your opponent's whole board. That can be a scoop generator as well. A real crusher. 4 of the Counterspell, maxing out on Counterspells. 1 Weathered Runestone in the main deck, so stops the Titan stuff, stops the playing spells from the graveyard and library, the Beseech the Mirror, all those shenanigans completely shut down by Weathered Runestone. Not great in multiple, so I'm just going to run the 1 of, fun of in the main deck. 2 Narsets, right? Opponent wants to draw extra cards. Narset says no. Archmage's Charm, we can steal their Ragavan or steal their other good 1-drop, or we can counter spells, or we can draw cards. Ashiok, now this one is a little bit of a sleeper, if I can say that about Ashiok, Dream Render. The passive ability, people always forget about this. Spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause their controller to search their library. People will crack their fetch. Watch the video. People will crack a fetch with an Ashiok on the battlefield, not remembering that, oh yeah, that just shuts it down. Of course, the Demonic Tutor, there's all kinds of tutors running around. Ashiok shuts all that down. It is 3 mana, which is a bit rough, but can also be graveyard hate. So it's search library hate and graveyard hate. Ashiok, just a little bit of a fun meta play in the current Timeless meta. We got 2 of Karn the Great Creator, and current card board as I record here. We got the Tormod's Crypt for the graveyard decks, and Agatha's Soul Cauldron also for those. Stone Brain, probably should do something other than Agatha's Soul Cauldron. We'll go through what else is there. Stone Brain, of course, you can hate out the Tendrils of Agony or things. Decks have just 1 win condition, and you can get Stone Brain down before they can play it. Then Bob's your uncle. You've won the game with the combo decks. Karn Silex can clean things up. There's also this ability with Karn Silex. Players can't pay life to cast spells or activate abilities. Again, shut down those fetch lands. People aren't looking for it. It's pretty fun. Wormcoil Engine, just a great life gain stabilizer. 6 mana. Cityscape Leveler. Take over the game for 8 mana if we get there. Darksteel Citadel. We just need a land. It's an artifact land. It's indestructible. That's pretty cool. Tormod's Crypt, got some other extra copies of those if you wanted to board those in against the graveyard decks. Navigator's Compass, I was just thinking of what, sometimes you just need that 3 life to just get you through to the next turn. Navigator's Compass is a good one. Of course, the One Ring, if you've got the mana, the One Ring is where it's at. Liquid metal coating, because with Karn out, everything that is an artifact that your opponents control can't be used. So that can kind of shut things down with activated abilities and such. Damping Sphere can shut down these decks that want to ramp really hard and play lots of spells in a turn, like Storm Off and stuff. Soul Guide Lanterns, I've got a couple more of those. And Portal to Phyrexia, another greatest hit here. Opponent sacrifices 3 creatures, and at the beginning of your upkeep, put a creature card from a graveyard into the battlefield under your control. That can just be a finisher as well if you're playing best of 3. We're going to be playing best of 1, so you know, pick your top, what is it, 7? Your top 7 of your Karn for your Karn board. Continuing on, we got 1 of the One Ring, always a good card to have. 2 of Shark Typhoon. This is our main win condition, either just cycling and winning with the Shark token while protecting it with our counterspells, or just getting down the Shark Typhoon and then just winning with value as we cast our spells. A Horned Lock Whale can also be a win condition, and got a little 2-mana bounce, or not really a bounce, a tuck spell. Put the target attacking creature you don't control on top or bottom of its library, its owner's library. Nexus of Fate, this is the, if we really want to aggravate people, win condition. That's right, Nexus of Fate is legal in Timeless. We have 1. If we play through our whole deck, Nexus of Fate will just keep looping. So, you know, that's Nexus of Fate will put it in graveyard from anywhere. So we can also mill it over with Ashiok and put it back in the deck. But anyways, and then 2 Dig Through Times. Delve is fun in this format, and Dig Through Time can also just be a nail in the coffin. Opponent finally feels like they stabilize. You have all your counterspells or whatever in your graveyard. You exile some of them, Dig Through Time, reload your hand with more ammo, and it's like Memory Deluge, but for Delve. And people are just like, whatever, I give up. They're done. Okay, so that is the deck, the gameplay, and we're going to see if we can make some people scoop. Checking in on our subs here, we're at 864. We're going to do a giveaway when we get to 1,000. Still a little bit of time to join the Elite First 1,000, but it is ticking up pretty darn fast. Thank you, everyone who has subscribed. Congratulations on being part of the Elite First 1,000. And with that, let's go and see Mono Blue No in action. Okay. Test out Agent of Raffine. Probably dies to him. Yes. Full Guide Lantern. Sure. Sacrifice the gas to get 2 black. Necro. How about Spell Pierce? Counterspell's nice. Pass the turn, we'll hold that up. Hold up Agent's ability. Yes, sure. Melodic Tutor. How about no? And we gotta concede. Okay. Mono Blue. Mono Blue says no to you. The deck. Not deck. You go first. Nothing to do but drop this Agent of Raffine and hope opponent is slow. I got their sleep. Fancy. Took 1 mulligan. Could be some kind of combo. Counterspell, maybe. Depending. Or Bow Grazer. Yeah, they can. They're just that ramp deck. That's it. Maybe Natural Order. Let's see if their Natural Order counterspell will be. East. Arboreal Brazier. Prevent us from countering it. Maybe of the Nimbu. Wait, only as a sorcery? Do that, it just didn't do that right, I guess. Field of the Dead. Land of any type can be spent to cast this spell. Can I play it though? I can play it as a land? Lets me do that? Sure. Weird, but I'll take it. Natural order. Counterspell. Now we need to some way to stop natural order number 2. It's coming. Spell Pierce here? Narset, can you find me a Spell Pierce? Shark type food. Could be useful later. This would actually let us play this turn. This will just hold up like we have. We have Sensor. Play around this puppy. Empath. Oh. Goes and gets the prime time. Alright, show me Counterspell. Feathered Runestone. Do it. Censor. Well, Censor will spin it for 1 turn, I suppose. Hold off playing prime time. Cycle. Here's an empath. Does it get another prime time? Prime time number 2. Greater. Oh, time to get my red. Cast some Care Brig. Counterspell. Archmage's Charm. That will do. Pass the turn. If we steal enough of their lands with Agent of Raffine, we can actually start using Field of the Dead against them. That'll be pretty fun. Counter that. Now, I don't think we can counter Crater because they need Beast with Cavern of Souls, but they gave up anyway. So there we go. That's a way. Attempting to get people to rage quit. Mono blue. It's Funk Dunkster. The Funky Dunkster. Okay, we got the Spell Pierce, we got Stern Scolding. We go first. I love it. I love it. Good. See what you got, Funk Dunkster. Polish Mystic. No. I say no to that, Funk Dunkster. I'm hoping to play a Timeless Elves deck. Get more wild cards. Natural order and such. 2, I think that's what I'll let. They just counterspell from got the Lord effects. And land. Toski, Bear of Secrets, cannot be countered. Right. Huh. Good tech opponent. Dusky, who knew? Let's Karn. To deal with Tusky. Coil? Block and gain 6 life every turn? Be enough? We are shields down now. They don't get to draw cards if they go full. Nissa, Resurgent Cannabis. Cards. Alright, maybe this is the tech the elf deck needs. Indestructible 1/1. Visionary. Yeah. We can stifle that. Not looking good for old Carny Karn here. Steel and a dork. He'll attack with Tusky and probably Nissa. Base. Okay, it's all on you, Wormcoil Engine. Don't get something right.
True goodness can never be corrupted.
Stick. A lot of elves over there. It's a natural order. Oh yeah. But I don't think Spell Pierce is going to stop it. Because they got enough mana. Get around it. Alright. Good game. What do they get? Okay. Dahoof is on fire. Block. And go to negative 48, but it's really negative 42 opponents. Don't gloat. Some days you just want to watch the world burn. Watch your opponents have no fun. Watch so. Back. Jana. Hope your graveyard-based opponent. Bowmasters. I stifle that, I guess. Guess we could have gained control of their army. Bad. Opponent, Dark Ritual, here's the Necro. Another land. That's right, opponent. Our set. Okay, hey, we got to concede. I think they would have won that game, but we'll take it. Okay, here's the wrap up. Normally I would show you the win rate of the deck, but looks like Untapped.gg was not recording the game win and loss. But it was well below 50%. In fact, I switched over from the ranked queue where I was just getting demolished with this deck to the play queue where I got a few more wins. Still probably not 50%, more like a 40-something% win rate if I'm looking at the games and calculating it here. But let's talk about this deck just a little bit before we say goodbye. I just want to say that this deck could be relatively budget for Timeless. The main things I think are, that you're kind of building around are Stifle and Counterspell. You don't need Agent of Raffine. You don't need Pact of Negation. Keep the Spell Pierces and the Stern Scoldings obviously for budget, and you don't need Cyclonic Rift. You don't need Archmage's Charm even necessarily. You don't need One Ring. You don't need Karn. I mean, you might have some of these. You don't need Shark Typhoon, Hornlock Whale, Nexus of Fate, Dig Through Time. You could make this a budget version if you just want to go and counter a bunch of people's spells and stifle their lands and, hit them with Ashiok and make them scoop to being unable to play Magic. You could do that even on a budget. So just wanted to say that. That's about all I got to say. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed. Deck list in the description. Check out some other fun decks that win even more than this one. Most of my decks win more than this one. But thanks for joining me here. I've been Man and Dad reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.